What's up, everybody? It's JWMaher from Why We Love Horror. Why Liv Loves Horror is not going to air tonight just because, she's a little girl and she needs things to be perfect. So I promise we'll get you more Why Liv Loves Horror as soon as possible. But there are a bunch of movies in theaters that I never got around to reviewing. And one of them was a little Shudder release indie movie called House on Eden, which is directed by Chris Collins. She goes by Call Me Chris online. She's a Canadian filmmaker slash hairdresser, whatever. Apparently, she's like arm's length away from the YouTube paranormal community because in this movie, Sam and Colby, who are of a paranormal kind of investigation YouTube, show up in a cameo. And that kind of enters into like where some of the issues with the movie start. I'll just throw spoilers up right away because the movie kind of does assume that like you're already invested in the community. Like I'm invested in that, and like I know about paranormal activities, and I know like all the equipment they would use and how it works and why it works. There's a lot of like begging the question in this movie. Aside from that, like it's derivative is such a strong word. I want to say it's derivative, it is its own movie, but it is about three paranormal filmmakers going by their real names, going into the community and bad things happening to them, which does sound like a very popular movie that came out when I was in college. So yeah, you got Chris, Selena, and Jay, whose real names are Chris, Selena, and Jay in real life, allegedly going to some location. But then Chris gets a lead that there's another location that they want to go to, which is the House on Eden. And they go through the woods and they get to the house, and strange things start to happen. There's like biblical references about, there's Adam and Eve, but Adam's first wife was Lilith, and then there's a cult that worships Lilith. There's kind of like Hereditary vibes towards the end of the movie. It kind of goes in that direction towards the end of the movie, but they kind of just like drop factoids, like, and then the movie kind of morphs. Like you think everybody's getting along, and then there's just a throwaway line of dialogue that like, Chris is being a bitch. Chris is being mean to us. And then all of a sudden she's just like really mean to everybody and like really controlling all of a sudden. Then there's this throwaway line of dialogue that like Chris is pregnant. And then the whole movie surrounds the fact that Chris is pregnant. Like the movie, like it isn't like you discover these things. It's like you're told these things and the movie morphs around the fact, which is a weird way to construct a movie as well. Aside from that, normal found footage fare, normal like 20-somethings fuck around and find out found footage, so I can't fault it too much. It's definitely nowhere near the worst movie you're ever going to see, and the bones of a good movie are here. Obviously, this is not like journeyman filmmakers. This isn't like 20 years into a career and they're just putting out something like this. This is a first feature-length effort, so I can be a little bit forgiving on that. And that's pretty much House on Eden, how I feel about it. Let's get on over to what I rated it. Like I said, not the worst movie I've ever seen, but I can't really necessarily come out and praise it either. 2 videotapes out of 5. If you have Shudder, check it out. It's not like a long movie. It's under 80 minutes, like 77 minutes, I believe. So it'll go by quick. It's not painful. It's just not organized or done in any sort of way that isn't like ad-libby bunch of friends hanging out and making a movie, which is pretty much what it is. I know it was made in 6 days. It's not a bad thing. It doesn't hurt the movie at all, but it clearly was just like, hey, let's have some fun. And they had fun. So kudos. If you made this far in the video, like, comment, subscribe, and share. Go to the Facebook group at Why We Love Horror. You can check out the Letterboxd challenge right there. We're doing a new challenge every week for you still, and we cover it on our show here on the channel. The schedule: Sundays, Why We Love Horror TV. We're still covering Dexter Resurrection here on the channel. Mondays versus Will and I watch a bad movie. Tuesday, Why Liv Loves Horror. Liv does something. Wednesday is Aaron Unwinds. Aaron's currently going through the Friday the 13th franchise and he's unwinding. Thursday is the Why We Love Horror Letterboxd Challenge watch along show, and Friday, 2 episodes of Why We Love Horror Trivia. We'll see you next time on Why We Love Horror.